All right, all right. Hello, hello. I feel like my camera positioning is always a little bit off, just because um, there's something wrong with my setup. But like every time I open up OBS, it resizes differently for some reason. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I kind of just learned to live with it at this point. Yeah. This is day 11 of studying compilers until I land a compiler role. Um, Today, I guess the stuff I'm working on is about the same as usual. Um, yeah, just the leetcode daily, and then continuing the kaleidoscope tutorial. Last time I started reading through part 4 of it, but I want to actually start writing code for it and actually start figuring out what's happening. So yeah, it should be approximately past 5 or past leetcode reset. So I guess I'll get right to it. Alright, hopefully this doesn't take too long. Oh, this looks very similar to a previous problem. This looks very similar to yesterday's problem. Just instead of square submatrices, it's all submatrices. Yeah, this one might be a little bit annoying, but we'll see how it goes. How do you want to approach this? I feel like we could approach this kind of similarly, but it would be the recurrence relation would be a little bit more awkward. This feels very this feels very poor time complexity, just no matter how you break it down. Yeah, I'm gonna pop a hint off the rip. Uh, oh. ij equals 0, then nums j equals 0. Oh, I kind of see where this is going. And then we can like compare across rows, I think, right? Is that the intention here? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably a good place to start, so I'll start with that. So this is size, mat.size, and then probably just reuse the existing matrix, right? Yeah, we'll just do it across instead of down. Is that better? Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't think I should change anything, at least for the most part. It's the same sort of recurrence relation. Let me resize my windows real quick. Okay. Let's do that. Should start with 1. What's good, Aiden? Today's daily is literally yesterday's daily, but more annoying. Row I 0. So what do I do from here? This is not really helpful to me. Yeah, I think this month has been pretty heavy on that. I think last week was like just a strange week. Yeah, we're just gonna keep popping the hints. In the row I, number of rectangles between columns J and K and ends. I have no idea what is happening here. I'm just gonna pop the solution really early. Feel free to like avert your eyes. Or you could read along and pretend that you actually came up with it yourself on your stream and get clout from internet people or something. I don't know. Yeah, the numbers look tough. I mean, surely it equalizes in like a week or two. Yeah. Like, I feel like if finances really matter, you could like plug your Ko-Fi. How many submatrices? This doesn't make sense to me. Wait, what? wait, what? What topic is this? Stack? Monotonic stack. This means... Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I can't lie. There's no way I was gonna get this problem. Just period. Let's just keep reading the editorial. Of m by n, m squared Huh. Process each row as the base. For each row, once the heights are calculated, we use a monotonic stack to find this nearest column. Is there a way to visualize this? Enumerate each. You can enumerate the bottom right corner of each. Wait. I'm so confused. I have no idea what's happening. Enumerate each position and counting how submatrices. Position. Solution using bitwise and on rows. I mean, maybe. I feel like that leans kind of brute forcey though. At least just like at a glance. There's probably like some way to include it into like what the editorial is saying. Enumerate the height of this. This stuff makes sense so far. This counting I need to understand. The height of the subrectangles. Still don't see what's happening here. Why is there a horizontal scroll bar? Maybe I should just read through this first. I don't get this. For each row into histogram. I guess that makes sense. Answer calculated using the monotonic stack. Yeah, what is happening? Okay, surely someone has like a good explanation somewhere. So the 2D matrix by finding all one symmetries from row up to row down. Wait, what? Also, like, apologies if this is not particularly interesting. You are, after all, just staring at me look really confused at a LeetCode explanation. Maybe I've just like never seen this type of problem before. That might be why. The symmetry is at the top left corner. Okay, I guess that roughly makes sense. Then the helper. So helper is yesterday's problem. And this just iterates with different values for the upper left corner, is my understanding. So we have brute force from that. Then what do we do from there? This is not helpful. Press the 2D array to the 1D array and apply 1D array method on it. Huh? Well, I can't believe I'm pulling out ChatGPT for a LeetCode problem, but here we are. I really have no idea what is happening. Explain the... Surely this is indexed into it. Okay, this makes sense so far. So at each cell, we want to know how many submatrices with bottom right corner in row I and at column J. Huh? Damn, it really pulled out my name. That's crazy. So I kind of understand the compression now at least. But then what? Explain D. Explain step 2 more intuitively? I don't know. Let's see the visualization. Huh? This is very abstract. I feel like I can't quite understand it just from this alone. Focus on row 1, this row. Compute heights. Start here. Right, here's 2, so we have, and I guess that box. Okay. And stepping back 1. There's 2 there, but oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just gonna start with this. I have no idea how a stack is involved, to be honest. So then what's happening here? This looks good so far. Okay, I see. So we extend out the amount of row we process by 1, and then we iterate backwards through that, I think. Backwards? J is the new J. Huh? Wait. What? Wait. And where does I come in again? Why do we need I? Oh wait, I think I'm getting it. Wait, I think this is starting to make sense. Wow, okay. So it's like it is like a combination of the last 2 days of leetcode. I think. I think that's what's happening. So we had like the number of zero filled subarrays, which is what we're doing I guess column wise. And then count square submatrices with all ones. I guess it doesn't really pull that one, but so we're doing zero filled subarrays horizontally, and then based on that value, we're comparing it with the ones above to sort of do a similar thing. So it's like zero filled subarrays in 2D, which I guess kind of makes sense, but yeah. Okay. Int cur equals I j. It'd be really nice if someone could like make a graphic for this. Hi Janine. I am completely bamboozled by this problem. But I think I know what is happening finally. This should go inside here. Oh, nice. Oh, I need to count those as well. Okay, not equals 0 and that. j equals we do have to, we can't just be lazy here. Yeah, this is just gonna be a mess for caching, but that's kind of inevitable, I guess. And keep row here, I guess. That's the reference, then it's cur, and then we want this to be j. This needs to be k. Yuck. K is greater than or equal to 0. K minus minus. So man, I wish there was a better way for me to draw. I can draw this out in GIMP, actually. GIMP. Okay. I think I know how to explain this problem, actually. I think I get it now. Okay, let's make a new one. So I have not used GIMP before, by the way, so bear with me here. Oh, this brush is ugly. Make this size like 10. Sure, that'll do. Okay, we can make this 5. So, is there a rectangle tool? That's the crop tool. That is not the rectangle tool. Do rectangles not exist? Alright, I have a touch screen. What am I doing? Yeah, let's draw this. Let's draw this matrix. Yeah, that size is fine. We'll do like sure, this will do. Let's put in some ones, some zeros. Yeah, this will keep it interesting, I guess. So this is the matrix we start with. So the first step is across a row. So we're iterating down and across, I guess. And then on each row we're taking the sums of all the numbers. We're I guess incrementing until we hit a 0, and then we reset the incrementer. So let's make this like red. So this is still 1, this is still 0, this is still 0. I'll just skip the zeros. This is 1, 1. So this is 2, this is 3, this is 1. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2. This is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, So that's what I guess this bit here to begin with does. And so that's nice because then we can then go back upwards to count the vertical rectangles. Because currently what this increment has done is we've counted the horizontal rectangles. And if you're familiar with the daily from 2 days ago, which was just counting the number of or I guess like counting the number of matrices which are just or counting the number of submatrices that are just 0. It is literally this, but instead of counting zeros, we're counting ones, right? So if we look at each of these rows, I guess this row is more interesting. At each of these indices, the number we have is the number of submatrices that end with the current coordinates. So using this, we can then like extend at each of these points we can extend the box upwards and then make rectangles like that. So if we try and draw a bounding box around, what's a good place to start? I guess this value here might be a good one to start with. Let's see, this is green, right? This is green. Yeah, that's a really gross green. Let's use a darker one. There we go. Okay. So let's take this value here. I think this will be sufficiently illustrative. So we iterate across this span here. We're starting with this box. I'll use another color, I guess. Use blue to mark current. And oh, okay. We're struggling to use GIMP here. Bear with me. So we're checking this box. This is the span of matrices we need to check. So if we look horizontally here, the largest one we can make is 5. So it would be this span. So we add that to the result. And then if we extend this up, oh, I can't undo like that. If we extend this box up 1. So we're still looking at the span. If we extend this blue box up like this, we take the minimum of these two because we can't really make a rectangle that is length 5 because there are zeros present here. So the largest rectangle we could make here is this. So then the number of rectangles we can make with blue as the base is the minimum of these two values, which here is 2. So then we extend it up 1 more. Switch colors. And then here the widest rectangle we can make with this blue section as the base is the minimum of these 3, which is 1, because this 0 blocks any larger rectangles. And then if we extend it 1 more, we hit a 0, so we stop. So I think that is what this solution is sort of trying, or how the solution is supposed to work, is my understanding. So above here, this section here is computing all these red numbers in this matrix. So now we're iterating backwards through it. So we set it as the current value. We set current as the current value. And then we iterate over it backwards. So we set the current value as the minimum between cur and row of kj. And then we add that value to res. 2L? What am I? Plus equals cur. And then the other thing we need is that once we hit a 0, we can't make a rectangle of this size. So we'd have to break at that point. So If cur equals 0, break. And then this is like the baseline solution to my knowledge. And by to my knowledge, I mean what leetcode says is the baseline optimal-esque solution. And oh, equals not. That's huge. Oh. And then I'm writing my if statements like Python. This is the second worst thing to happen today. What? What if I just get rid of this row stuff? Oh, I see where the problem was. Wait, then we can keep that. Swap this with a J, swap this with a J. This should run. No? Okay, let's just get rid of that. What the hell? Matt IJ. Oh. Wait, we can keep this then. I may have done a little bit of mistaking here. A little bit of debt. Okay, we're actually gonna get rid of it now. Matt I. It should be good, right? Surely. That's not what was supposed to happen. What am I missing compared to this? Am I assigning this wrong? Can simplify that. It shouldn't change anything though. What am I doing wrong here? we're just gonna... There's probably something really small and really trivial that I'm messing up somewhere. That's not what I wanted to do. And okay. Was? Anyone in the chat able to spot what's going wrong here? I'm just gonna copy its logic. For those of you just joining in, I had no idea how to even approach this, so I looked at the solution, and then I drew it out in GIMP to understand it. You could scrub back through the VOD if you're also confused. Is there something I'm missing? Oh, wait. Wait. Why is this what it's iterating through? Oh, is this breaking the wrong loop? No. Wait. Is there something insane happening with like casting here? No. No, let's just print out Matt IJ. Yes, I spent like an hour on this problem, but I feel like given I've never seen a problem like this, it's probably important for me to know what's going on. Why is it iterating that way? Oh. Okay, I see what's happening. Okay, great. We were very not careful. That is what happened. Let's get rid of that. We can undo past this. We can get rid of that even. Yeah, so we're changing I, not J. Wait, what? Yeah, okay. I see. I spotted it this time. Okay, there we go. First try. Yeah, I mean... Oh lord. Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about the true optimal solution for now. This is quite a doozy. I mean, hey, we got the nice GIMP drawing. I'll just leave this up because it may come in useful in a couple hours. Let me just add this to my Notion real quick. And this problem was 1504. Count submatrices with all ones. This one's a medium. That did not feel like a medium. The reading comprehension was definitely a hard. Honestly, this wasn't even like... Was this even like DP? I guess sort of? Not really. I guess it is, technically. It really was just arrays hashing for the most part. Bitwise thing was probably only relevant for special case n greater than equals 64. I can't lie, I don't really see the vision, at least immediately. Just at all, so I can't really provide any semblance of like solid input on that, but how do I explain this problem again to myself? Count Let's do number of 0 arrays horizontal per row, and how do I even describe this? Reduce 2D matrix to 1D similar to at each ij simulate similar to number 2348 with j. Across the row, then iterate backwards through I to find stacked. What's the word? To extend the square, the matrix, the rectangle. This might be the easiest way to remind myself. Alright. Anyways, leetcode out of the way. You can finally do real compiler stuff, which is still fake because I'm basically following a tutorial. Let's go to the kaleidoscope tutorial. We're going to 4. Anyway. This goes here. I also scrubbed back through the VOD yesterday and I realized that my face cam does block everything in the bottom right corner. So I'll make an effort to avoid that. Because if I like type here, that goes behind, it turns out. Alright. So last time I read through the top of this. Yeah, JIT compiler makes sense, and then optimizer support. The error builder does a little bit of constant folding just by default, but there's only so much that it can really do without proper pass support. Yeah, so now we throw in passes, I believe. So there's a lot of different types, they do different things. One size does not fit all, and you can pick and choose. So it supports whole module passes. It also supports per function passes. Yeah, I should read through this eventually, but that's part of the fun. Make this a little bit more readable. We're generating functions on the fly. We want to catch the easy stuff. We can still do this, to be honest. I think what I'll do here actually is the way that I currently have the parser set up, there's like the hand running loop, and then there's the parse everything loop. So I think I'll follow the tutorial for the just like the main terminal loop, but then I'll try and generalize it to I guess apply to everything afterwards with just the file input method, I I guess. So we're not shooting for the ultimate optimization experience, but we want to catch the quick and easy stuff. Oh, I read that already. Transform and analysis passes. So I guess that makes sense. Transform mutates IR, analysis passes information. And then, okay, so analysis passes must be registered in advance. So we need a pass manager. Let's see, where's the best place to do this? We'll just make a separate optimizer directory. op.cp, op.h. Actually, this doesn't quite work. It just occurred to me. Because these are constants in here. What to do? C++ singleton? Let's get rid of opt, and then let's make LVM. I don't know. We'll just do this for now. If anyone in chat has a better idea of how I should do this, please let me know. This goes in the header. Stick this here. How much of this can I get rid of without it getting mad at me? Probably need that. Air builder. Probably have module, that'd be good. I don't think I need the rest of this. If I get rid of this, what happens? That gets mad. Okay. I think this is all I need here at least. Do I need all of these? Yes, I do. Okay. This is fine. This should be fine. Include. And then this resolves that? Okay, neat. We do need to move initialize module here then, probably. And I know this is like not the cleanest way to go about this, but I figured at least we may as well separate some of this stuff out a little bit better. Let's take that, steal that, let's put it here. And then include LVM. I don't think I need this here anymore. And here, though, we need this here. This mixed headers thing is really annoying me, but can I just do that? And then let's do that. And then we need bitcode writer. Do we need module here still? Yeah, we do, I think. Okay, well, I think that's like the bare minimum of everything I need to change. And then let's add this to CMake lists. lvm.cpp. Yeah. Let's see if this builds. Uh-oh. Oh, right. I need to add it here. We actually don't need that anymore, but what we do need is include lvm, lvm.h. Well, looks good to me. And then let's just pass in tests and then test.in. So that's not supposed to segfault. That's also not supposed to segfault. Does parser include the right things? Oh, that should be in code gen. It's the big one, right? CMake build debug. Forgot how to do this. Debug. Let's just paste this in here. And then just set up properly. And here we need to add the debug flag. Looks like. That looks good to me. And then build kaleidoscope. Oh. GB build kaleidoscope test. Test dot in. Does that work? It's test.in. Okay, nice. Run. File. GDB. Args, that's what I'm missing. Args. Yeah, that should be good. Let's do it like this. What does that do? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I think I'm just forgetting to initialize that in the thing. LVM. And then named values. Type F, grep, xargs. Named values. Xargs grep. It's all in AST. I think we just move this back, honestly, and call it a day. The rest of this should be fine, right? This goes in the AST. how's everyone's day doing? Because this code is definitely a bit of a churn. That's good, Janine. Segfault, that's not good. My day's been quite good. Whole lot of Pokemon, a whole lot of code to stare at. Hmm. Oh, wait. Okay, how do I do this? Okay. Actually, I need to learn how to use GDB properly. So what's going wrong? LVM is a terrible name for this. LVM interface, I guess. Let's give this a try. I don't think this will solve anything, but oh, come on. Womp womp. Okay. Let's do a little bit of print debugging. I don't think this is a problem, and it looked ugly the other way. AST. And where else did I make the change? In parser. Parser? No, in here. There it is. Let's see, where is it seg faulting? Let's fprintf split error. Each one. Surely we're just scrapping lvm.h. Yeah. That would be the smart thing to do. Unfortunately. Let's see. Where'd be another useful place here? Ha, okay. So it's somewhere here. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't need to clean that. Okay, so it's in here. My TMUX leader is Control A. Space is like always kind of awkward. So it's in here. Okay, well, let's go to. Let's get rid of that. I kind of just shift my ring finger over to A and call it a day. It's a little gross, but it gets the job done. Okay, so reach is... Yeah, I guess that makes sense. The secret is to be bad at touch typing. So then you can get away with funky hand placement. Okay, so this has to be an AST code gen. Oh wait, I see what you're saying. I just cycle with N because I only have 2 windows. So leader N just cycles the windows. So if I make like a couple more windows, it cycles between them. Where is the one I'm supposed to look at? It's not this. I guess it doesn't matter which one I look at. It's not that one. Parser. So this is definitely calling the anonymous one, which is the bottom one. So parse top level expr. Okay. Actually, let's move this in here. Surely it breaks here. Okay. So it breaks in here. So make unique function AST. Yeah, okay. It should be in here. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. So it isn't here. Module get function. Does this include AST? Yes. Static global variables. Oh wait, yeah, of course. Of course. Of course, of course. TTP singleton. Okay, we're just gonna have to wrap this. Which I guess that makes a lot of sense. But yeah. Yeah. This is not very pretty code, but whatever. Class LVM data. We can just name it LVM actually. We shouldn't just name it LVM. LVM data. Yeah, we don't need a singleton. We don't need to enforce it. this is fine. I'm like way overcomplicating this. This was a terrible idea. I don't know why I decided to do this. Let's see what ChatGPT says the best way to pull this out is. I don't have undo tree, so this is gonna be a little bit ugly, but this will go in AST, I guess. No, this is what we wanted to keep. Okay, this state. What is the best way to pull out the four static variables in this file? Oh, duh, I can just put them in. That's what I should call it. Let's just be yucky with it. This is fine. It was this. I really should anchor some harpoon hotkeys, but unfortunately this has not hit the point of annoyance yet to justify that. Extern. That must be the keyword. Oh Lord. I need to. Ah, I see. That's not the minus key. Okay, there we go. That seems roughly correct. Okay, well now it works, so I think. Okay, nice. Let's just add the make file real quick. Let's push what we have. file. It's funny because I'm like never gonna use GDB, even though I really should use it. Thank you, Haror. And while we're at it, let's add our kaleidoscope. And then let's get rid of the debug. Reached. Just make run. Let's add run here. No. Why? I'm over engineering this with no benefit. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. Now I add the rest of this. Move LVM constants to LVM. New LVM. Constants? Not even constants. Globals. Alright, now that I've spent another half hour, 45 minutes overcomplicating this for myself, I will attempt to actually do the tutorial as intended. So here, we have the context, we have the module. So I have to set the data layout for JIT. Module, set data layout. What's the intended end state for the JIT stuff? Okay, we'll just one-shot this and we'll modify it later, because I've gotten so sidetracked by chasing squirrels already today. What is legit? Legit? Is there a new global? Is that what I'm missing? Ooh. The JIT. Did I miss this? No, I didn't. Okay, well, I'll do that later. Builder. Make unique. Okay. So we got all the pass and analysis managers. So PM equals stood. Can I just copy the types? Where am I? Let's start here. Whee. Ah. I see. Okay. Let's add these up here. We have name values. We have stood. How many of these do we have? You know, let's do a cool little thing here. Let's take this. Let's paste that in. And then let's visual all this, norm, delete word. Let's get rid of that for now. Let's get rid of that for now. Let's just deal with this for now. Norm. And then after LVM namespace. There we go. But none of these exist yet because I need to import them. Oh, Christ. Okay. I think these two are the ones I need from here. There we go. That looks about right. And then we're gonna norm delete big word? No. So we're gonna move to the start, we're gonna delete big word, and then go to end, and then we change that to, we go to, we find the semicolon, and then we change no, we don't go to the end, we let's just find it. It's just word, delete big word, paste. Okay, I see how I want to do this. Norm word, delete really big word, and let's paste that there. Let's go back to there. And we macro backspace. Find that. Then we change that. Space equals. Let's just do that for now. Yeah. Oh, it just occurred. Okay, I'm really over engineering this. Let's steal that again. Can actually complete word, find that, good, paste. Okay, that gives me an idea. Insert space equals. Yes, is this a thing? No. Okay, I'm way overcomplicating this. Let's get on with our lives. Which one is it again? It was this one? Yeah. And then we can do another layer on top of this. Yeah, this is not going as intended. Make unique. Okay, there we go. And then need to pass in the context. There we go. And let's get rid of the, because that's annoying me. Yeah. These will just be uppercase. I've been burning time. So after initializing the global module and function pass manager, we need to initialize other parts. Analysis manager is allowed to add analysis passes that run across the 4 levels of the arrow hierarchy. So that's module, then function, then basic block, then instruction, I believe. What now? Pass instruction callbacks and standard. Pass instrumentation callbacks and standard instrumentations are required, which allow developers to customize what happens between passes. Now we use a series of add pass calls to add a bunch of passes. I guess this makes sense. And this is all still in the same init function. Yeah, okay. PM. Add pass. Where did I go? Okay. And then this comes from, we need to steal some of these, it looks like. This goes here. And what other passes do we need to add? Pass, reassociate pass. Where does reassociate come from? Okay, that makes sense. And then what's the other one that we need? We're looking for inst combine. Oh, okay. That makes sense. So then where does... Oh, reassociate. I also saw simplify CFG. So I assume we'll need that. And then GVN as well. LVM. We need GVN pass. And then simplify CFG pass. So what do these do? GVN. Global value numbering. Okay. I see. Eliminate fully and partially redundant instructions. And then simplify CFG. Okay. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good place to start. At least with what we're sticking into this. Yeah, that makes sense. You register the passes with the pass builder. Then, okay. Pass builder. PB dot BP oil spill. PB dot register module analyses. module analysis manager, pb.register function analyses. And this one takes the function analysis manager. This should be a pointer or dereference. Cross-register proxies. What do all of these do? I remember looking at this a little bit, but I didn't look at it too much. Okay, this makes sense. And then what's the other one that we call? Cross-register proxies. Cross-register space proxies. Okay, that makes sense. That seems fair enough. We register the lam, the fam, the cgam, cgm, and then the mem. That brings me a little bit of joy. So we registered these, and then we now run this after our function is constructed, but before it's returned to the client. So wait, what? So how does this, so what are we running from? We're running function pass manager. Okay, that makes sense. So now we can go to AST, and then function AST code gen. Right before it's returned, then we can do it here. So fpm run passing f, and then oh, we need to export these. When we put these here, I just overwrote my yank. We need to steal these again. Standard. Which ones do we need to steal? We need probably these 5. Pass builder? Yeah, okay. So this should be good. So now we can make, and then, okay. This needs to, I guess, cache things, I guess. What am I saying? No, we're linking more code. Obviously, it's gonna take longer. But yeah, now if we run it, this should optimize, right? Ooh, yuck. Nice, okay. So that saves the floating point instruction. And then we can figure out JIT stuff. And Control C so we don't it doesn't matter anymore because I took the cogen proper function out, but yeah. Let's just add everything. Add optimizer to function generation, push. And yeah. So I guess it's been 2 hours. I should probably go get food because I'm quite hungry. If you're still here, I know my stream's been a little bit spotty today. Like there's some like random connection things here and there, I think. So if you're still here, thank you for sticking with me this whole time. Make sure you like and sub, and if you know anyone that can refer me anywhere, please slide them my resume and my details. Add me on LinkedIn and GitHub, and yeah, I'll schedule tomorrow's stream. It should be around the same time. Take care all, take it easy.